The sky grew dark. The earth trembled. Heaven watched in silence as the Son of God hung on a cross between criminals. But before Jesus took his final breath, he spoke 7 final statements. Words filled with forgiveness, suffering, love, and victory. These were not ordinary last words. They were words that changed history forever. The nails had already pierced his hands. The pain was unbearable. The people he came to save were now screaming for his death. Yet, instead of calling down judgment, Jesus spoke forgiveness, not for his friends, not for his followers, but for the very people crucifying him. He said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." In his greatest pain, Jesus still chose mercy. Jesus hung 2 criminals. One mocked him. The other looked at Jesus with fading hope and whispered, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." That dying thief had no time to change his life. No time for good works. No chance to prove himself. Yet, Jesus answered with words that still give hope to millions today. He said, "Today, you will be with me in paradise." Even at the edge of death, grace was still available. Below the cross stood Mary, the mother of Jesus. The woman who once held him as a baby, now watched him suffer. Beside her stood John, the beloved disciple. Even while enduring unimaginable pain, Jesus thought about the people he loved, and he said, "Woman, behold your son. Behold your mother." Pain did not stop Jesus from showing compassion. Then came the darkest moment of all. The sky turned black. The weight of humanity's sin rested upon him. For the first time, Jesus experienced complete abandonment and separation, and he raised his voice and said, my God, why have you forsaken me?" The cross revealed the terrible cost of sin and the depth of God's love for humanity. Hours had passed. Jesus' body was weak. His lips were dry from pain, blood loss, and suffering. The creator of oceans now asked for water. He said, I thirst. Jesus fully experienced human suffering, so humanity would never suffer alone. Then came the declaration that shook heaven and earth. Not words of defeat, but words of victory. The mission he came for was now complete. He said, "It is finished." Sin had been paid for. The sacrifice was complete. The debt humanity could never repay was finished at the cross. At last, Jesus lifted his eyes toward heaven. The moment had come. The suffering was ending. He surrendered his spirit willingly into the hands of the Father. He said, "Father, into your hands I commit my spirit." In dying, he destroyed and defeated our death. Then Jesus breathed his last. The earth trembled. The temple veil tore in two, and history changed forever. But the story was not over, because 3 days later, the tomb would be empty. 7 statements, 7 final moments, words of forgiveness, salvation, love, suffering, victory, and surrender. The cross was more than an execution. It was the moment humanity was offered redemption. Which of the 7 sayings touched you the most? Tell us in the comments below, and subscribe for more powerful Bible stories and faith-filled journeys.